Hey guys, long time no see. Really long time no see. How's it going? Let me make sure I remember how to do this. You guys can hear me, right? I think I did this right. It's nice to see you guys. It really has been a long time since I did this because I don't know, life got busy, work got busy, BTS got busy. So yeah, I took a little break trying to focus on myself, trying to hashtag love myself, and I figured now would be a good time to come back and chat with you guys, to hang out for a little bit, talk about everything that's going on with BTS, everything that's just pretty much related to I guess the comeback, because that's what I'm counting down to. Are you guys excited? I'm so excited. Especially because we don't really have that much longer to wait now, right? It comes out, is it coming out on the 10th? Proof. When is Proof coming out? Let me look up the schedule. I think it comes out on the 10th, yeah, at 1 p.m. KST time. So what is that? I think that's midnight America time, or East Coast time. And it's the 10th, so yeah, they're still trying to be on. Do I have a Twitter account? I do. I usually stick it in the... Oh, it's on here. It's on the screen. Nocturne. Like, my personal one is Nocturne Opus 9 number 1. And then the official Armyverse Twitter is next to it. Armyverse_BTS. So, feel free to follow me on there. Yeah. So... I mean, I'll be real. I kind of stepped back from Twitter and participating in the comeback on there because I don't know, I wanted to experience it on my own. I'm better when it's just me and BTS with no one else's opinions except my own. Because I'll say that sometimes people have theories and they make me feel like stupid because I'm just like, I didn't think of that. I was just vibing. I was just enjoying it as is. Am I a bad fan for not having deep thoughts? So there's that, and then there's also, if other people give me their opinions, it's really hard for me to discern what was their opinion and what was mine. Your hair still looks amazing as per usual, Yami. Thanks for gathering us this evening. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's very nice. It's very nice of you to say. My hair is fading. I don't know if you can tell. In the back especially. It's like really pale. I don't know why it's darker in the front and lighter in the back. Maybe it's the way I shampoo it. I don't know. I'll fix it soon. I'll re-dye it. But thank you. You should share your lives on social media. I mean, I try. I sent the link out. What am I missing, Auntie Lou? Is there something else I should be doing? Honestly, sometimes when I do these lives or anything on social media, I feel old. I feel like a boomer. I don't know what I'm doing. I can relate to that too. I'm just chilling until the comeback. Yeah. So the other thing I just wanted to mention is that I went to the concerts, the PTD concerts in Vegas, which were amazing. I went to the last 2 days, so the second week, and it was incredible. I loved it. I loved the stadium. The stadium was 3,000 times better than fucking SoFi. SoFi is a nightmare, trash dumpster stadium. But that's just my personal opinion. And my experience at Allegiant Stadium in Vegas was so much better. It was so much better organized. It was so much easier to get parking. Like there's free parking. You know, you could park at the MG, who was it? Whatever hotel was nearest to there, and just walk over like a sky bridge, over the highway to get there. Or like I bought like parking spots ahead of time at the actual stadium parking. So easy. I parked at the stadium for SoFi the first day. We sat in place and didn't even move from our parking spot for over an hour, and it took us probably 2 hours to get out of the stadium. Here, the third concert day, the first day I went, it took us probably 20-30 minutes to get out of the stadium, and like I'm talking from us being in our seats in the stadium to getting in the car to leaving, like 30 minutes total. The second day, it took 15 minutes. That's how fast it was. That's how efficient they were. That's how easy it was to get out of the stadium, into your car, and go. It was amazing. Like, the service there was excellent. Everything was excellent. I would 100% go back to Vegas, to Allegiant, for another BTS concert, because they were just incredible. It was an amazing experience. Like, I can't praise them enough. And the other, you know, I don't know if you guys watched the other live I did way back when, where I just bitched about how bad SoFi was. But one of the things I said was that it was impossible to get around the stadium. Usually, you come into a stadium, and it's a bowl, right? So once you're through security, you can just circle the stadium. You can go on any level, you can do whatever you want, and then when it's time to find your seat, they check your ticket sometimes, and then, like, you're at your seat, right? That's what you would assume they would do at SoFi. SoFi is not... They spent $5 billion building the state-of-the-art stadium, and it's a fucking labyrinth. It's a maze in there. You cannot get to your seat. There's all of these special escalators or stairs everywhere, and if you go down one, you can't go back up it. You have to go one further away. I'm sure they designed all of this so that it would be, I don't know, some smart design of traffic flow or something. I don't know, but it's all bullshit. It was just traffic jams to hell at SoFi, and honestly, I think it was a fire hazard. It was horrible. In contrast, Allegiant, getting through security at SoFi, the first day I went, probably took 2 hours to get into the stadium, and the second day I went took an hour and a half. It was insane how long it took to get through security. Here, getting through security took us 15-20 minutes the first day, and about 2 minutes the second day. That's how fast. Like, it's just like, it was so quick, so efficient. It was amazing. And once you're inside and past security, they don't care. Go where you want. Do what you want. You can go around the stadium. You can go on any floor. Do whatever the hell you want. And then, the funny thing is that they didn't even really care about checking my ticket when I was in my seat. I was in the 100s. Usually at the top of the section, right, they check your ticket and they're like, yeah, okay, you belong here, go. They didn't even do that. And everybody was respectful, and everybody got into their seats. It was amazing. It was like mwah, chef's kiss. Like, Allegiant Stadium, I will not stop singing your praises, because you were amazing. Is the mic volume low? Is this better? Is this a little louder? Let me know, how does it sound? Am I still quiet? Am I too loud? Do I need to talk? Do I need to be eating the microphone? Let me know. I haven't done this in a while, so I forget what I'm supposed to do to make sure my voice is captured correctly. The answer is probably buy a new microphone, but I don't know which one to buy. You're fine on audio. Thank you. Okay. So, the whole reason, not low for me, but there's an echo, it seems. Echo? Why is there an echo? Near the mic was better. You want it here? Fine. I'll leave my Is this good? Does this work? Do I need to turn my music down? Slightly. Hello, new army here, 57 and new to BTS, first comeback. Ah, welcome! Welcome! I love it. I'm happy you're here. I think I missed part of the conversation. You guys were all talking about your ages? Hold on, why was I talking about Vegas? Oh, so I'm the whole reason I brought this up is because I was there the third day and the fourth day. The fourth day being the last day. I have been, at this point, including Vegas, I've been to 9 BTS concerts. That is the last day of the PTD tour in Vegas. That was the loudest I have ever heard ARMY. It was so loud, it was actually deafening. Like there was like a couple of moments where we all screamed so loudly, like I like my ear was ringing. It was amazing. I didn't know we could be that loud, but we were so fucking into it. It was really great. And they had the whole concert, and at the very end of it, they had the announcement. They had the announcement for Proof, right? The amount of screaming, again, I literally couldn't hear it. Ear shattering, exactly. I couldn't hear. I was like, and I'm part of it. I'm screaming as well. We were all screaming so loud. I lost my voice for a little bit after that. But it was incredible to be a part of that and to like experience that moment of, oh my God, the comeback is coming, together with tens of thousands of armies. It was really special. And this is also like, everyone's exhausted because we've been screaming like demons for 3 hours at that point. And everybody thought their energy level was like, oh, concert's over, this was great. And then that trailer happened for Proof, and it was so fucking loud. It was insane. If your ears aren't ringing, it wasn't real. Yes. No video could ever capture the amount of sound. You can't. I have heard ARMY break like a microphone recording ARMY screaming, right? Because, you expect that. It's a microphone. I've never heard ARMY break my ears from screaming that loud. I've been to many events with ARMY. Just, Jesus Christ, it was so loud. I don't know what, maybe we all just were like in the mood because it was the last day. I don't know what it was. Love hearing your concert story. Keep talking about the concert. I mean, outside of me loving on the stadium, the concert was just, it was incredible. I loved hearing BTS. I love seeing them. I mean, it's so great. I guess when I was there, we were all speculating like which hotel we thought they were staying at, because I don't think we ever found out, did we? We assumed that they were staying on the Strip, but I don't know where. We assumed the Bellagio. That was the one we guessed, but I don't think they would tell us. Yeah, I don't know. At this point, it was really nice to be able to see the beginning of the PTD tour, because I was there for the first day in LA, and to see the end of it, the last day in Vegas. It's really crazy to me to have Namjoon confirm that like this was supposed to be like a one-off thing, that they were going to concert. And that based on the popularity, it continued and, like ended up having so many concerts of it, they in so many places. And I think that's really special that we took something that was supposed to be hey, this is for you, like just to cheer you up. And we were like, we're going to take your gift with both hands and we're going to eat it and demand more. Because you can imagine how nice that is for artists like BTS to know that, like, despite the pandemic, despite time is passing, despite us not seeing them, in person for so long, and despite them not being able to have a schedule and, operate the way they had in the past, we were still all here, and we were still, like, frothing at the mouth for them. I was searching all of the reaction videos. Oh my god. Yeah, the reaction videos are great, especially because sometimes the microphone of whatever they're recording with, their phone, captures like the all-encompassing sound. But for me, when I was there, that wasn't what I heard. All I heard was noise, my ears flatlining, and then noise coming back. Any Washington, D.C. area armies know anything more about their visit to the White House or any type of fan meet, or at least an army gathering, maybe? It's a great question. I'm a Washington, D.C. area army. I don't know. Personally, I don't know. I was joking about it on Twitter because I was like, can people from the public go? I wanna go. But my husband was just like, no. It's not for you. It's happening inside the White House. I think it's a closed event, which would make sense, even if I don't like it. Whatever. We'll all be able to watch it together. I'm sure most of it's gonna be, well, not I'm sure, but it's definitely gonna be covered. I don't know if it'll be televised, but I think it will be, because of all the people who understand the attention that BTS draw, I would think it would be the White House, considering they pick them for this event. They pick them because they shine a massive spotlight on whatever they do, because wherever they go, they bring all of our eyeballs with them. And to think they heard your screams too. Did they? I don't know if I heard my screams. So anyway, yeah, Proof. Can we just talk about how great that name is? Like, we are bulletproof. Proof. Like, it's incredible to me that something that started out as a motto or something that they, when they were younger, wanted, it was a concept that people made fun of, right? Something that people were like, oh, it's cheesy, it's not something real, like, but it's still that idea of, like, when you're young, you want to be invincible, you want to be bulletproof, you want to be able to overcome anything that comes your way, right? And I love that throughout their journey, BTS's journey as artists, all these years later, they've taken that same concept, that same thing that they were made fun of, and they've turned it into something to be proud of, and something, I don't know, to literally smack people in the face with. It's this shining beacon of, here is our proof of our incredible music, of our artistry, of our love for our fans, of our fans' love for us. There is so much wrapped up, so much meaning to the name of the album, and it makes me so happy. And it's so cathartic for me to, like, have been a part of this journey. Yeah. And I just also remember at the concert, the trailer they played for it, all it said was, we are bulletproof, and a date, I think. That's it. So, first off, we lost our minds over 3 words and a date. Okay, cool. Yes, we're that crazy. But also, it's funny to me that they've only, and the first thing they said, like, they revealed, was, we are bulletproof. And then after that, they were like, this is the album called Proof. That's why I think it's all related. That, and then, I don't necessarily feel safe going to the White House right now, honestly, but I really would love to meet with other DC armies about the current issues here. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I maybe it's for the best that I can't go to the White House. I mean, I've been there before. It's like, you can get a tour through your congressperson. I did that years ago. Got a tour of the White House. Um, but I don't even know who to contact to be like, hey, do you have an in for BTS? Can you take me with you? Damn it. Perfect album title. It's a really great name because of what it symbolizes, not only to them but also to us ARMY. It's something to celebrate. It's great how they adapt and deepen the meaning of their name and message as they grow. Yeah. And then the other part of it is that I think about how in the concerts, Namjoon himself said, like, we are the bullet and you are our proof. Obviously, all of this was in his head when he said that, but it's really meaningful to me that bulletproof became a word that went from being something to be ridiculed, something that they should be ashamed of, something that people laughed at, and has been turned into a word of power. A word that means so much to so many people in so many different ways. Like, who knew that when someone discovers BTS that you could fall into something like this? I didn't. Like, who knew that my journey with BTS would lead me to a place where, like, literally the words "we are bulletproof" make me emotional? Anyway, so I wanted to talk about a couple of things in relation to proof. I'll be watching their White House visit from home. Stay safe. I really hope they televise that, by the way. I really want them to. Mostly because then I will feel included. But also because I feel like, of anything, when you involve BTS in something, it is in your best interest to have video content related to that, because you will have millions of eyes watching it. Like, you want attention on whatever it is you're trying to promote, we're right here. It might be on CPAC. I don't know what it will be on. I would assume that whatever news media stations are going will be on it. By the way, here's what I expect it'll be. It'll be them visiting, them having some probably private conversation with Joe Biden, President Joe Biden. And then they'll have some public remarks that are made, preferably by both Joe Biden and whoever else is in charge of leading the charge for AAPI recognition and support, and hopefully BTS. That would be really nice if we could watch all of them talk. Yeah, and it'll probably the public part of it, of whatever, of the ceremony or whatever they're doing, will probably be short, 30-40 minutes is what I expect. So, can you imagine years ago when we were trying to take BTS to help them break through into the US, to take them from being this silly K-pop boy band that nobody wanted to take seriously in America because they don't speak English. Oh, why do they look like that? And all we wanted at that time was for them to be acknowledged as great artists, as people who have something to say and who can affect how you feel and bring you joy among so many other emotions. Could you think of yourself back then in 2017, 2018, and go, if someone from the future had told you years down the line, these men will be presidential ambassadors to Korea, they will go to the UN, they will go to the White House, they will support and promote equality and treating people well around the world. I don't think the me of the past would have ever believed that. But I'm so glad we've come so far. I mean, I get emotional with the JK Tintin Ball video. I don't know if I know this video. I'm a little bit behind on BTS content. I even know, like, all the stuff they released for the comeback, like the Myers-Briggs video. I still haven't seen that. I haven't seen that making video that was released today. I'm really slow on watching long videos with BTS lately. It'll be a quick Biden speech, a BTS speech, a tour, and a photo op. Yeah, I agree. I think that's what it will be. I want to see Namjoon sitting in the yellow chair and Biden in the other one. You know, in that room where they have important world leaders and press asks questions. Yeah, that would be great. I actually saw someone already like photoshopping BTS behind a podium next to Biden, so that like they're like, can't wait for this to become reality. And isn't that crazy? Like, literally all of our photoshops keep coming true. American Hustle Life to the White House. Isn't that fucking insane? That's fucking insane. I love that so much. Those times in 2017, wow, we only wanted them to be respected and appreciated for their artistry and music. I feel like this is, in a sense, it's karma. It's definitely karma, and it's revenge. Like, you wanted to shit on people who all they wanted to do was to make music and were sincere about their craft and their love for their fans and wanted just to be real and discuss real issues, and you shat on them because you were closed-minded. And instead of us just, like, because the rejection was that strong, it was like a coil, like we were pressed so tightly that now when we get ahead, we don't just get ahead to like, okay, now you must recognize us as great artists. It's now we also have to recognize that we are ambassadors of so much goodwill and so much good in the world. Like, fuck yeah. Hashtag Namjoon is my president. Cute. My past self would have fainted by now. Yeah. After they leave the White House, I want them to get back on the plane to the safety of South Korea. I can understand being worried for them and their safety. Yeah. But I do think they are some of the most well-protected people in the world. So I think we can rest assured that they're being taken care of. It's really amazing how far they can go. The Ting Ting Ball is from BTS Run. Oh, I'm so behind on BTS Run. Like, I know a lot of you guys were upset that it seems like BTS Run is over. And it's sad that there's some kind of content related to BTS that's over. But for me, I was like, oh my god, maybe I can finally catch up. Maybe I can finally find time to watch it. Because I'm sorry, but it was really intimidating for me to like sit down and watch it when I kept having like new episodes come out every week. I was like, oh god, I'm so many episodes behind. I'll catch up one day after I finish In the Soup season 2. I never watched the last 2 episodes. I remember when Michael Jackson visited the White House when Reagan was president. Throwback. Especially after they complete their military duties, they will have grown and gained so much more experience that will enrich their work and art. That is very true. We still don't know what's going on with their military service, do we? It's still up in the air, isn't it? Like, look, I'm just gonna say it, like, this is not my country, not my culture. I am clearly an outsider, and like I only have a certain perspective on what's going on. But from my perspective, I would think it would be an economic mistake for South Korea to send BTS to the military because of how much money they bring into their country's economy, how much they contribute to the GDP. And in a time when all countries are still struggling to recover from a pandemic, and South Korea is definitely struggling to recover from the pandemic, they need all the help they can get. And all of the money that BTS bring in from existing, from concerts, from albums, from all of that, is something that South Korea needs. And that would diminish by so much if they got sent to the military. So yeah, that's my opinion. Whatever happens, and I will support our 7 men forever, obviously. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Karma, the universe, you name it, they have it on their side. They do. They represent the voice for youth, the way they are carrying themselves. Yes, they do. Imagine if Michael Jackson was still around to collab with BTS. He definitely would have. Oh my god. He definitely would have. It's a shame that can't happen. Their art and their lives are completely intertwined. It's what makes them so amazing. Yeah, okay, so that's actually what I wanted to talk about in relation to their track list. Let me see, can I find it? So, the other week, I went running and I just listened to a playlist somebody had put together of all of their all of their released track lists. So obviously all the songs that we already have, somebody had put those in a playlist, and I was listening to them while running, and it just where the fuck is this track list? It really helped me. Just not really help, but it made me marvel at how incredible it is that you had this group who chose to be sincere and not chase after trends and make music based on what was trendy at the time, and literally just wrote about their lives and what they were going through. And now we have this incredible musical anthology of them growing up and their struggles and their thoughts on themselves, the world they live in, and how those ideas have evolved over time as they've grown and matured and developed and gone through life experiences. And you can really see that if you just literally look at the track list, especially this article sucks. I'm trying to find this track list so I can show you what I mean. I have so many things on this desk, I can barely see what I'm typing. Okay, I'm gonna switch this. You guys still here with me? Did I break it? Can you still hear me? I was thinking this trip to the White House might give cover by reluctant South Korean politicians to adjust enlistment somehow for BTS. Maybe it would, because then they I don't know. I really don't know. I've already said my opinion. I think it would be a mistake to send them to the military. It would make life so much more difficult for the rest of their country because it would hurt everyone economically. Okay, so here's the track list, right? So the first album is outside of Born Singer. All of these are basically their title tracks, right? So, to me, first off, it's amazing that Born Singer is what starts all of this, because literally, like, I say Born Singer and I start singing I can hear the music from the chorus in my head and it makes me emotional. Someone on Twitter said that if they are putting this on an album, then they got permission from the original song is called Born Sinner, and I don't remember who the artist is, but they got permission from the original artist. I feel bad, I should know this. J. Cole. So obviously J. Cole has been around as like a hip-hop R&B artist for a very long time. So he's an OG artist, and basically by giving them permission to put this song on the album, and I'm sure he's getting royalties off of it, but it's kind of like they get his approval, they get his blessing that, like, yes, they are hip-hop artists and they always have been, which just by itself is so beautiful and validating. But yeah, so Born Singer, which is them saying, like, this is what I've always been meant to do. All I've loved all my life is hip hop. This to me is real. It's special. This is what I need to do to live. Right? And then No More Dream is them rebelling against what society said that they're supposed to do. No is in the same boat. And then Boy in Love is them realizing romance exists and starting relationships. Same with Danger. And then, like, the progression down the list of I Need You, Run is them, like, you know, first love, and how it's very hormonal and over the top and dramatic, and figuring out the ins and outs of how to have a relationship with someone else. And then Run to me is also just them realizing, like, the exuberance of youth and having friends, and how that goes hand in hand with, like, also having relationships, romantic relationships. And then Burning Up is their rebellious phase as young adults. Blood, Sweat, and Tears is them getting sexier. Sexual awakening, I don't know. Spring Day is confronting the fragility of life and the sadness in life of things, really sad things happening. And then more mature love is depicted through DNA, Fake Love, and Idol, learning how to love yourself. Boy with Love, all of that is depicting, like, well, here's a more mature understanding of what love is, and how you have to love yourself before you can actually love anyone else. And then after that, On is about finding confidence in yourself through all the struggles you've been through, and finding a way to believe in yourself and having faith that you can overcome more challenges because of everything you've done to get to this point. Dynamite is about having fun in the face of calamity. Life Goes On is about how even when things in life get dark, if you just give it time, things will change, and it's all right if things are bad, because that's just life comes in seasons. And then Butter is about having more fun, and then I don't know what Yet to Come is. But so that was just some thoughts I had about the track list, that just, like, there's so many messages in just these songs in this order, and I really love having them all in one place. I think that's really cool. So yeah, and then I don't know, like, the second CD is, like, just as great. You have, well, Run BTS, new songs, we don't know that. You have Intro Persona, listening to their personal choices of why they chose all these songs. We know with the Proof inspiration stuff was really cool to listen to, and hearing their own thoughts about why they picked the songs that, you know, they wanted to include in here. I really like that. And the fact that the third CD is something that is only going to be available in the physical version is so special, I think. It's a gift to ARMY. It's a, hey, you know those things that we've hidden from you because they're unpolished and it's a little bit raw, and we want you to only see the best of us and not the like messiness that comes, you know, before the final version of the song. We're gonna give that to you, and only to you, not to people online who might just want to pop in and listen. It's to you, people who bought the expensive ass physical versions of our album, because you support us. So I hope, on this note, by the way, that we are louder than all the solos who will inevitably crawl out of the woodwork like the termites they are and start bitching about how, like, oh, this demo version is better. Why didn't they let my precious little boy become the final version? Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I have a trigger with solos. I block on sight. I cannot handle them. I cannot. But yeah, so I know we will be louder than them. They can scream into the void while the rest of us will celebrate how amazing it is that so much good music comes from so many great demos and how they're all so talented all across the board. I'm gonna go back to this. This anthology also serves as a crash course for new listeners. Yes, it does. It's crazy to me that it feels like we have to spoon feed this music to people. That, like, we can't trust people to take the time to go find all this music themselves. That we have to be like, hey, here's all of their title tracks throughout all of the years they've been around. It's been, almost 9 years now? Here's their music. Here you go. I'm gonna spoon feed it to you. It's delicious, isn't it? Yum, enjoy. Because you couldn't go frickin' Google it yourself. It would be a great loss for South Korea if BTS weren't exempt from military. I think so too. For BTS to be so young, they have an amazing discography. I look forward to the future. Agreed. I love the whole track list, but we need at least 2 more CDs. Yeah, I don't even care about the price. Like, if it needs to be more expensive, okay, whatever. You take my money anyway. BTS, Weverse, Hybe, like, whatever. Take more of it. Like, give me everything. Yeah, I'm actually really excited to see their thoughts on why they gave us the demos that they did. Like, were those just the more complete ones? Were those the ones that they had a hard time deciding whether to use that version or the version they went with? So hopefully Namjoon will do a live when it comes out and explain all of that to us. Oh, I love when he does that. I love his, like, behind the scenes, in-depth discussion of what happened on the albums, because he's so smart, he's so talented. I love hearing that. Can you explain what the demos are? Sure, let me switch back to this. So the demos that we're getting are Jump demo version. I love that song, by the way. That's from, like, is that from Dark and Wild? I can't remember, but it's from one of their earlier albums. I'm really excited to see what kind of demo they would have had back then when they were, you know, like less experienced and less polished than they are now. Young Love, I think, is that a new song? What is Young Love? That's a very philosophical question. Boy in Love demo version. That will be great to hear. Question mark. That seems like a new song too, right? I Need You demo version. That'll be exciting to hear. I don't know if I know this or if I'm making it up, so take these words with a grain of salt, but I feel like maybe Namjoon said at some point that like JK did the demo for I Need You. Maybe I'm making it up, I don't know. Boys with Fun. That's awesome. That's gonna be really fun to hear. And then Tony Montana with Jimin. Yes! So for those who don't know, Tony Montana is a song from Yoongi's first solo mixtape as August D, and he did not have Jimin on his mixtape version, but then when they did a concert in Seoul, it might have been Wings the Final, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, but for that song, he had Jimin come on stage, and he just did a feature on that song, even though the original song didn't have a feature, and it was amazing, and we all loved it. And I'm sorry, this is like from 2017, and it's been how many years before we're getting the studio version? Or maybe it's not the studio version, maybe it's just the rough version from the concert recording. Who knows? Who cares? I'll happily listen to it. Young Forever RM demo version. That's gonna be amazing. Cause would that imply then that he wrote the rough draft of the song? I don't know. I'll happily see that. Spring Day V demo. I'm excited to hear that. DNA J-Hope demo sounds like a lot of fun. Seesaw demo version. That'll be exciting to hear. And then Still With You a cappella, which I was salivating at the mouth when I read that the first time. I was like, yes, please. Also because you know that if it's a cappella, that it's just vocals. There are some really talented armies on YouTube who are really talented with music. They're gonna have a field day remixing that and making other versions of Still With You. So I'm excited. I swear I've told you guys this before. There's like at least one or two armies that like I subscribe to on YouTube who all they do is they release like instrumental versions of or remixes of BTS songs that are so good. And I was actually talking about this the other day with my friend because was it yesterday that like the new BTS remix with that one DJ or whoever was being promoted on Twitter, and I was just like, if you're gonna remix BTS music, it needs to be someone who's like a really big ARMY or just a really big BTS fan, because they're the only ones who understand how to remix the music in a way that's fun. So I don't think we've gotten the full version of the remix yet, right? It's just like little clips of it. So I'm reserving judgment, but yeah. And then For Youth also seems like a new song, right? I've never heard that title before. Producer notes are so fun. The demos can be a way to prove how organic their creative process is for ARMY as well as the music industry. Strategic. Yes, very true. I mean, like, I'm sure there's a lot of strategic reasons that all of this makes sense for them to do, but there's a large part of me that just doesn't care and is just focused on the fact that BTS is here for me. BTS is here to provide music for me, to celebrate their artistry with me, and I feel so special that I discovered BTS when I did, and that I fell into the fandom kicking and screaming, but I'm now in here with like open arms, open heart. Like, I adore BTS to death, and the fact that my love is being rewarded with so much music, so much behind the scenes stuff, so much special content that no one would be able to appreciate except someone in my position, is so special. Like, I don't even care anymore about convincing other people that BTS are great and that they need to listen to them. Like, I don't care anymore. If you haven't discovered BTS by this point on your own, like, I'm not here to convince you. If you've discovered them on your own and you want to come join the party, please, by all means. But, like, I'm no longer arguing with haters. I haven't done that in a very long time, but I'm not arguing with anyone who can't appreciate them the way they are. Like, because you have to dig so hard to find a reason not to like them or anything they do, which is why you had all of K-pop Twitter get butthurt that BTS were going to the White House and their other K-idols weren't. At the end of the day, it was just jealousy and nothing else. It was just jealousy that made them all pissy. I just didn't engage. I just went block, 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 block. Go cry somewhere else. I don't care. I don't care. It is your loss that you feel like it's in your best interest to hate BTS when you could just as easily love BTS and the rest of your other K-pop groups that you like. Demos are the beginning versions of the finished product. Oh, was that what you were asking, Laura Lee? Sorry. Yes, demos are the big. Thank you, Auntie Lou. Yes, demos are the beginning versions of the finished product. So if I was a member of BTS, and I was like making music, I would make the beat, I'd sing, I'd rap, I'd be like, I think this is roughly how we could do the song. Maybe have like make up a rap part, or just like say nonsensical words and go, here, rap part, singing part, melody, blah, blah, blah. And then you show it to someone else and they're like, oh, okay, this is fun. All right. Yeah. Oh, okay. And then we could give this rap part to this person. And, oh, actually, if I have this portion, I would switch it and I would make it more melodic and less like blah, blah, blah. So it's just like a starting point. And I think it's really revealing of a certain person's like artistic thought process, because they came up with that. They were like the first step. So it's all of them making something out of nothing. And I think it's very just, it allows you to see things from their perspective and to see how they make music, which I think is so special. For youth, that's the Y in ARMY. Hey! You raise a good point. Yeah, ARMY, adorable representative MC for youth. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, I'm excited. I will look forward to hearing that. Gotta go now, but it was lovely to see you again. Hopefully you'll be back more often. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for stopping by, Maria. So how many new songs do we have on here then? So on the first CD, it's Just Yet to Come. Then on the CD 2, it's Run BTS. And on the third CD, it looks like Young Love and For Youth. I thought we were only supposed to get 3 new songs. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all if we get more. But, and also I thought that the 3 songs were supposed to be on the first 2 discs so that they could be streamed. Am I missing something? Or is Born Singer being considered a new song? What am I missing? Technically, you could say Still With You is a new song because we've never heard the full version. We've heard like a snippet. Wait, no, we have heard the full version. I'm losing my mind. Oh, and No, I already said... No, on the third CD, you have Young Love, ? And For You. So there's 3 songs there. And then at least 2 on the other one. So there's 5 new songs. Right? I'm not crazy, right? I also like how the new song on the first CD comes in order. So, like, if it's supposed to be a title track, then it's coming at the end. You know, like in order, chronological order. That makes me happy. But yeah, anyway. Okay. So yeah. I guess the other thing I wanted to mention is to get your guys' thoughts on what you think how their BTS like radio show is supposed to go. Because I think that's a really cool concept. I'm also confused how that's gonna work. Mostly because if it's radio only, then they have to all talk in English. Which I'm fine with if they want to talk in English. But I also, if they feel more comfortable talking in Korean, it would be nice if they could do it like visually and then have subtitles. Is it an actual like audio only thing on Apple Music? Do we know? Or, oh, you didn't hear about the radio show? Well, let me show this to you then. So, on May 28th, holy shit, tomorrow, they're launching a new show called BTS Radio Past and Present on Apple Music. Grammy Award nominated band will take listeners on their quest to stardom while sharing stories and songs that helped shape them. We wanted to use this radio show to celebrate 9 years of BTS with you guys and with our army all over the world, said RM of the 7-member boy band, which also includes J-Hope, Suga, Jungkook, V, Jin, and Jimin. Every episode is dedicated to you, RM continues, and we wanted to share the BTS songs that help tell our story. In the first episode, BTS explains the beginning of the group with songs that inspired their sound and style. The second episode, which airs June 3rd, has the band pick some of the BTS Army's favorite songs. BTS shows how the group ultimately achieved fame as global music sensations in the final episode on June 10th. So yeah, and then that's just summarized up here. So, I'm sure it will be video, but also is it pre-recorded? I would assume it's pre-recorded, right? Yeah. Maybe they will still video record it like how Eric Nam does K-pop debak. Yeah, maybe. I think that would make more sense if it was, if there was video, because I just want them to feel fully comfortable expressing themselves and talking about their craft, because I think all of them have a lot of things to share about how they make music and their thoughts on their own music, on their sound and style. And if they feel, I wanted them to express it in the language they feel most comfortable talking in, so that they're not just saying like, I liked it because it was cool, because that's what they know how to say in English. Like, my babies, I love you, but don't worry about English. Speak in the language that makes more sense to you. I want to be in your brain. I want to know how you make music. Because that to me is the privilege at this point. Like, I know that I love their music. I know how hard they work. I know how talented they are. Now, please let me be a fly on your wall. Take me along your journey and help me understand how you craft this, how you put it together, what goes through your brain. That to me is really cool. So yeah. But I guess that means I have to go get an Apple Music subscription again. Good God. It's like, you can't get away. You have to have a Spotify one. You have to, I have YouTube Premium. I gotta have Apple Music. It's like I can only listen to music in one place at a time. We need a quality translator who isn't Namjoon, bless his English heart. Yeah, we need, so like, you guys know how, Bang Joon-ho, the director for Parasite, he had this like really incredible translator who was really good at translating everything he was saying when he was on like doing interviews and at the Oscars and all of that. Well, the reason she was so good was because she was also a director, like a young aspiring director, and he said, come do this with me, get the exposure and get the network by traveling with me, and it will help you, you know, go on and you know, improve your career because you will be known. And it's true. Like we all know who she is because she was so good at translating what he wanted to say. But she was also good at translating because she understood the concepts of what he was trying to get across, and she'd been around with him, so she understood his thought process and what he was trying to say, and would find ways of saying it well in English. That's what we need for BTS. We need some other aspiring producer or artist or whatever who is really good at Korean and English, who could take what they're saying and translate it in a way that would convey more precisely what they're trying to say in English. You know what I mean? That's my theory. That's my suggestion, Hive, if you want to take advice from a random person on the internet. But yeah, so that show's starting tomorrow. Yeah, I think outside of that, the last thing that they've released that I did want to mention is their concept photos. If you guys see... Oh, it's thunderstorming outside. I don't know if you guys can hear it. But yeah, so we have concept photos. If I just go to BTS, will I see them? Okay, oh, this is Taehyung being adorable. I go to the BTS official. Yeah, here's the ad. Oh, hold on. If I click this link, what does it want for me? It wants me to open iTunes. I don't even know how Apple Music works, to be honest. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, okay. So, first off, these pictures. Are incredible. Except, I gotta fit them all in. Okay. I love them. And the reason I love these concept photos is because they did what I hoped they would. And it's them, instead of trying to shy away from their original concept, right, as like these you know, like their concept for No More Dream was them trying to be in what they thought a badass hip-hop artist would look like, and perhaps not fully understanding why hip-hop artists tend to look that way, what they're trying to emphasize by dressing in fancy clothes, wearing big chains. They were just emulating it, right? But it was their armor. It was them saying, this is who I want to be, this is what I want to aspire to, this is why I want to look like this. And plus it was their label. Their label had a hand in that too, right? So now, years down the line, after they have made music that has been so often a meaningful criticism on society, commentary on things that matter to us, like mental health, and finding a following, a very loyal, fervent following, finding success and wealth through doing all of that. Now, their appearance here with these concept photos makes complete sense. They you know, they are brand ambassadors for so many labels, including Louis Vuitton. So I think that's what they're wearing here, right? Like, very fancy clothes, big chains. They are a very confident depiction of, I am who I am. I have achieved success the way I am. I am not afraid of you, and I will look beautiful while I do it. It's like all 7 of them bulked up for this photo set, helpless. Yes! They look confident, grown up, comfortable in their own skin. Yes! They're not... I love that they have not shied away from their original concept here. That they're proud of where they came from. Like this is just gorgeous. Like Tae and his it looks like a fur coat. I love it. And these chains on Jin is really, I don't think he does that usually. He doesn't dress like that. And I love it. I love it so much. Like this netted shirt. Can I zoom in? Hold on, let me try and zoom in. Nope, won't let me zoom in. Like his netted shirt and those chain necklaces, gorgeous. Jungkook looks so good with his leather jacket and his like really pretty chain here. Also, have you noticed that they're standing in front of a target that's like it looks like it's made out of steel, and it has places where it's shown that bullets have hit it, but BTS themselves clearly are untouched because they are bulletproof. Like, mwah, chef's fucking kiss. I love Namjoon's shaved thing on his head. It's the same thing as when he did when he was that age, right? He used to have that kind of haircut a little bit. I love how confident and strong he looks. Same thing with Yoongi. I think Yoongi looks also... he looks like a sexy vampire here, I'm not gonna lie. I can't really see his shirt completely, but whatever he's got going on here looks really cool. And I like that he's also leaned into the, like, I'm okay with looking feminine. I'm okay with looking gorgeous. And it doesn't make me less of a man or less of a hip-hop artist. That, to me, is also what I see here, and I love it. Because he looks really good. And then, Hobie. Jesus Christ. He's the only one of them, by the way. They all have these, like, confident poses, and Hobie's the only one who's, like, kind of making it sexual by, like, playing with his lip. And I love that, too. I love that he's digging into it, or he's flaunting it more blatantly. Like, I am sexual, I am sexy. Because I don't know, this might be just me, but I feel like he's always, like, kind of... The only place that's ever come out and been blatant before is his hip thrust at concerts. Outside of that, he's pretty demure. And of them all, he's the only one here who's just like, yeah, I know you want me. And also, I fucking love his hair. It's like silver purpley. And I like that it's high. And of them all, I think he has the thickest fucking chain. I love it. I can't wait. I hope we see more of them with more light on their outfits, because I feel like there's a lot of detail that's missing when these pictures are this dark. I think this is the brightest one. Yeah, so Tae's got his leather jacket and the vest that like cinches out the side. I still can't really see what this is. They just all look so good. Absurd. They just look genuinely grown in this photo, and you can see the thread from their debut concept. Yes! Yes, they look grown and like they've come into their own. But not in the sense of like, I don't know, I don't want to say it like that, because it feels like, oh, they've only just finally become adults. It's more just like they've been around almost a decade now. This is their 9th year in June. Like, they have gone through so much artistically, politically, culturally. Like, pandemically, I don't know how to say that. So much has happened, and the fact that they're still around, the fact that they have still found a way to connect with us despite all these things is just, it's incredible. And this is what I've always wanted them to look like, to exude that confidence that they rightfully deserve to have for everything they've done and all the blood, sweat, and tears they've poured into everything they've ever given me. Fucking love them. So true. Junie had the razor design back in the day. Yes, he did. Okay, but it would have been hilarious if Suga had a hint of that $3 chain from AHL. Is that why he's the only one who doesn't seem to have a chain? Was he the only one who's just like, no, not again? Look, can you see? Look at Hobie's fucking chain. It's like a collar. Okay, trying to keep my thoughts clean. What is it about foreheads? That is a great question. But the fact that they're all showing forehead here is just... Oh, you know what I didn't notice? Right here, you have a bunch of spent shells from bullets, and the door behind them is covered. You know what this is? It's a vault. It's like a bank vault. Although I can't tell if we're inside the vault or outside of it. I think we're inside the vault, kind of, actually, based on like the hinge, and the rolly thing for the door is on this side. I think if we were outside of the vault, you don't see any of that, because that would be a way for people to like rip the door off the hinges. So I think we're inside the vault, and so like they've been shot inside the vault. I don't know, because I was just thinking that the vault is their music, and they're letting us into their vaults. They're letting us behind the scenes and giving us demos and showing us all this crazy music and their anthology, and it's even more special now. I love them. I just also noticed that Jungkook has a bunch of rings on as well. Ugh, they're so hot. They're so unbelievably hot. They deserve everything that they've gotten. All the wealth, all the love, all the accolades. They deserve it and more. No other artist has made me feel as happy, actually feel every emotion in the spectrum the way they have. They make my life better. My life would be so much more boring. I would have connected with so many fewer people if I didn't have BTS. So I love them. Oh, all right. Well, it's pretty much, I think, everything, right, that we know so far related to the comeback. You guys know what's coming up after this? BTS proof schedule. I don't remember what else is in their schedule. Apparently today the concept photo was proof, and next week the concept photo we're getting is door. Interesting. And on June 7th there's a mystery release. Which, yeah, more concept. Tomorrow I think is like, hopefully we're getting more concept photos that are this concept, just like more photos. Hopefully in better lighting, because I really want to see what they're wearing. And then, yeah, so June 7th is the mystery release. June 8th is the yet to come music video teaser. On the 9th, there's another teaser on YouTube Shorts, or is it the same one? Unclear. And then on the 10th is the music video for Yet to Come and the album. I think that's everything else, right? You know, suddenly I understand why we got the schedule in the circle thingy, in this thingy. Because it's a target. I didn't get that before. I just got it. Maybe you just got it too. It's a target. And in the very center is the fucking album. And then also on 6/13 is something surprise. Something special. This is so much fun. This is so much better now that they give us schedules. I remember when comebacks were a free-for-all. When no one knew what was going on. And everyone had 12 a.m. KST, like, fear. Like, oh no, am I gonna miss something? Is something dropping? Should I be excited? There's a lot of anxiety. Things being missed. And now everyone's on the same page. And there's still plenty of shit we don't know. But yeah. So, newer fans, you don't know how lucky you are. It used to be a lot more chaotic and stressful. It still is chaotic and stressful. But now at least there's some order. I think the first schedule we ever got was for Map of the Soul 7. I think that was the first time we, in February or January of 2020, that was the first time we ever got a schedule, and we were all like, what? A schedule? We can plan? It was great. But yeah. Anyone have any other comments about the comeback or things you want to share? Advice? Tips and tricks? I guess the advice that I will share is that participate in what you want, don't participate in what you don't want. There is no rule. There is no proper way to be a fan. There is no correct way to be an ARMY. Like, at the end of the day, once upon a time, all of us discovered BTS on our own and just sat somewhere and listened to their music and realized, I like this. So that's literally, at the end of the day, all you need. And all you will ever need. Everything else is extra. If you feel like celebrating as a group, if you feel like doing anything as a group online or in person, go ahead and participate in our streaming battles or listening to the music videos, celebrating when stuff comes out and talking about it online. If you want to participate in it, do it. If you don't want to, don't do it. You are never any less of a fan for that. And I will be the first to say, like, I can't always participate online and stuff. I need to distance myself so that I don't get overwhelmed and so that it's just me and BTS. And does that make me a worse fan? Hell no. Hell no. Plus, I actually have, I have a friend, an IRL friend, who adores BTS and does not have social media. So she just casually, like, enjoys their music by herself. And I'm just like, wow, you are truly disconnected. So she's not any less of a fan either. The streaming thing sounds stressful, though, and doing it right. So I think it's important to understand that people in this fandom are of all kinds of ages and have all kinds of time commitments or lack thereof. So in my experience, the people who are really good at pushing streaming and all that stuff and encouraging other people to stream are people who, fortunately or unfortunately, have a lot more free time and are able to focus on that. So good for them. If other parts of the fandom want to be focused on making sure you stream correctly and that your streams are counting on the proper streaming platform, whether that's Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, YouTube Music, YouTube, whatever, good for them. If you want to know how to do that and how to make sure your streams are being counted, okay, you can look that up. If you don't care, if you just want to listen to the music, if you really just want to loop the song 8 million times because you like it, even though theoretically that doesn't count as like 3 million streams or whatever, do it. Enjoy the music. Honestly, there's so fucking many of us that a group of people not streaming correctly won't make or break it. Like, it won't break the bank. It won't ruin anything for us. Like, at the end of the day, if you want to care about that, it's there for you to care about and do it right. If you don't want to care about that and you just want to enjoy the music, then do that. It does not matter. Plus, for example, I bought the physical album. Me buying one physical album, and I bought more than one because my husband wanted a copy too. 2 units of album count more than, like, if we streamed each song, we would both have to stream each song like 170 times or something. I can't remember the metric. Like, you would have to stream it so many times in order for it to count as one album sale. So for me, I'm just like, well, I bought the album. I have contributed more with my money than I have by streaming the song. So, in my standpoint, like, I'm good. And then going forward, I'm kind of unclear right now about how many copies of each song we're allowed to buy per week, right? Because Billboard changed their rules recently. So it used to be like what we did with Butter and Dynamite, where you could, if any single credit card transaction, if you have 4 versions of the song or less, they each count as like a unit of purchase. And if you have remixes, you can buy the original 4 copies of the original song and 4 copies of the remix, and so you're technically buying 8 versions of the song in one transaction, but it's still counted. You know, like how, like, I will admit I participated in buying a shit ton of Butter and remixes, because to me personally, this is me personally, it is much easier for me to throw money at BTS than stream. Streaming to me is complicated and stressful because you have to have a certain number of songs between each time you play whatever song you're trying to get up the charts. Like the single, it would be like you have to have the single, then have 2 or 3 other songs, then go back to the single, 2 or 3 other songs. Like, it's so complicated, it's so confusing. There's like differences between streaming platforms, and personally, I didn't have the time or ability to look up how to do it right. So I was just like, just take my money. I've contributed to it. Okay, I can move on with my life and just quietly listen to the songs I want to listen to from BTS. I can fucking loop them if I so choose to do, which I do choose to do a lot. I'm sorry, I'm a looper. I fucking adore BTS music, and I need to get every single like ounce of pleasure out of listening to the song, out of every like little fizzle of dopamine from the song before I'm ready to move on. That's just how I am. And I don't fucking care if that makes the system see me as a bot. I have, like, that's what brings me pleasure. So, anyway, this is how I stream. This is how I do it. Am I right? Am I wrong? Who the fuck cares? Do what you want. That's my advice. We really appreciate you, Yummy. Oh, thank you. That's such good advice. Just do it the way that brings us the most joy. Thank you. You're so wise. Thank you. I've been here long enough. You know, I discovered BTS at the end of 2017, became an ARMY in January of 2018. So what's that? I'm in my fifth year now. I don't know how many comebacks I've been around at this point. It's always chaos. There's good moments, there's bad moments. Participate in what you want to participate in, and when it stops being fun, go away. Come back later. It doesn't matter. Or never come back. It doesn't matter. You're never any worse of a fan because you choose or do not choose to participate in the online space for the fandom. At the end of the day, this is this is a relationship between you and BTS. But when I say it like that, it makes me think of like when people say like the relationship between you and God is personal. The relationship between you and BTS is personal too. Like, what the fuck ever. Do what you want. But yeah, so I think I will probably end it here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed hearing me ramble. It was really nice talking with you guys. I now remember why I do enjoy doing these streams, because it is fun just to talk with you about BTS in a setting where I don't have to limit what I'm trying to say in 150 characters or less and strip what my message of all nuance and open myself up to the internet bullies. I don't know, nobody can bully me, but you know what I mean. Just people being stupid on Twitter. So, yeah, maybe we can do this again soon. If I think of more things to say, then we can do it. It's always a question of if I can come up with enough things to talk about and keep you guys entertained, because otherwise it'll just be a lot of us sitting here in silence going like, yeah, BTS. Yeah, BTS. Although technically I could do that too at any point. It's nice finding fellow armies who vibe the same way. It is. I think it's also, for me, I don't know if it's age or the amount of time or lack thereof free time I have lately, but it's hard for me to figure out on Twitter where are people who vibe like me in the category of I love BTS to death, but also I don't fucking care about spending time online. I will just do it my own shit, my own way. I'll see you when I see you. So maybe just bringing you guys into this stream is the way we find each other. But yeah, okay, alrighty. I will call it a night. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, whether it's morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you are. And I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.